RFID stands for Radio Frequency Identification Device. In the year 2000, about 2,000 people had already received a microchip implant called Verichip. This image shows what a Verichip looks like beside a small piece of grain of rice. Pretty tiny. Verichip operates on what is called RFID, or Radio Frequency Identification Device, which uses electromagnetic fields to automatically identify and track tags attached to objects. The military has used this technology for decades, and now the same type of technology is being implanted in humans? It isn't the health concerns or even privacy concerns about this technology implanted in humans, but rather the biblical implications of such technology. Do you remember when DDS, or direct deposit for your paycheck, began? Somewhere back in the 1990s. I remember when it began, it was optional if you wanted to enroll in DDS, or direct deposit. Now most companies, and especially the federal government and state government, has made it mandatory. This is how microchip technology implanted in humans will begin. At first it will be optional, and then it will be introduced as cutting company cost, saving money and personnel security under the guise of the clandestine watchdog of Homeland Security, and it will become mandatory. Watch this short video of more recent updates concerning microchip technology and the actions being taken to possibly make this requirement for employers of the near future.
A lot of us, the first thing we have to do when we get to work is swipe in with our key card. Then you sit down to start working, and you need a password to log in here too. And here at our station, if you want a snack, want to come upstairs to the break room, you got to grab your snack, bring it over here. You got to use a card to be able to purchase it. But what if there was a way that you wouldn't have to do any of that, where you could be microchipped, and that would basically work for the entire building? Well, it might be possible soon. Well, dozens of people are doing it voluntarily. Next week, 3 Square Market in Wisconsin will be the first company in the U.S. to give microchips to its workers. They are one of those businesses that put many food markets, similar to ours, into business places. They expect more than 50 employees to opt into the microchip. This is what it looks like, about the size of a grain of rice. It gets implanted under the skin between the thumb and the forefinger, and it just takes seconds to do it. The chip implant uses the same technology as mobile payments like Apple Pay. The chip allows them to buy stuff in the break room, log into their computer, and get into the building. The Wisconsin company got the idea from a company in Sweden that started voluntarily putting chips in its workers recently. It claims the chip does not track people, but there are possible privacy concerns for the future, because the company's CEO says the chips have the ability to store medical and health information. Still a lot of concern about this one, though, because what if you quit or you got fired? It costs $300 to implant the chip into your body. No word on exactly how they would get it out if you needed to.
Wisconsin is the first state in America to begin microchipping its employees. Think of the biblical implications of this technology. Here is the fundamental biblical implications of microchipping human beings. The Bible addresses a time when the world will conduct business by the use of some sort of mark. In the book of Revelation, there are 6 chapters that address the mark and the beast. Revelation 13, Revelation 14, Revelation 15, Revelation 16, Revelation 19, and Revelation 20. The word beast in the Revelation is figurative in relation to the nature of the kingdoms of man. The mark symbolizes the work of man and the initiatives of man. That's why in Revelation 13:18 it says, "Count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man." There is an actual gematria of the number 666. But that is not as important in this post as the symbolism of the mark. Here's what makes the implantation of a microchip perhaps the number one candidate to fulfill the mark of the beast. Number 1, you can access buildings. That equals conducting business. Revelation 13:17. Number 2, you can purchase products. That equals conducting business. Buy and sell. Revelation 13:17. The implantation of the microchip is not new. Verichip was introduced back in the late 1990s and has been implanted in thousands of willing subjects. Initially, its alleged purpose was for medical reasons, and the argument was broached of its convenience in the event of an accident or a fatality. Now, with the new microchip technology, take a glance at the following report that was broadcast in the year 2010.
More now of our special coverage here tonight, life in the U.S. in 10 years' time. By that time, there may be all kinds of new ways to safeguard and identify all those things that make each of us unique, our faces, even our fingerprints, even our eyes. Here now with more on the future of technology, NBC's Tom Costello.
The year is 2017. You're rushed to a hospital unconscious with no ID or medical history, but thanks to a microchip under your skin, it's all there. Science fiction 20 years ago, but a biometric reality today.
The technology is based on answering one simple question. Am I who I say I am?
Already, fingerprints and iris scans verify passenger identities at airports. Within 10 years, that technology may be even more widespread. And look for more complex facial recognition programs that scan a crowd of thousands looking for a single terrorist. Today's facial recognition software starts with the eyes. Then it maps out the contours of the face and compares that against a database of millions, a database that's growing by the day. What's next? At the University of Bath in England, researchers predict big changes for consumers.
I think it is possible to free us completely of our wallets and keys using biometric technology, if that's what people want in 10 years' time.
In fact, it's already here. The latest home security locks use fingerprints to control deadbolts. And at the Jewel Osco grocery store in Chicago, some customers pay using their fingerprints. No paper or plastic.
You don't really need anything other than your hand, and you already got that with you.
So will future department stores scan our irises, like in the movie Minority Report, then offer products catered to who we are?
Hello, Mr. Yakamoto. Welcome back to the Gas.
Experts say that technology is here now. The challenge is to safeguard our privacy in a brave new world. Tom Costello, NBC News, Alexandria, Virginia.
It appears the new world order of microchipping its citizens is on track. That video was broadcast in the year 2010, and the first state in America to offer microchipping is Wisconsin, as viewed earlier. Along with the prediction of Messiah in Matthew chapter 24, verse 37, when he said, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." Not only is the world fixated with the gay lifestyle and corruption is at an all-time high, now enters technology to microchip humans in order to buy and sell. Revelation 13:17. This information may be rejected by those who claim conspiracy theorists, but it seems too coincidental and with grave biblical implications to not consider the far-reaching consequences of allowing yourself to be microchipped. This is H.S. Yaakov, his bondservant. Share this video to the world. Shalom wa barawak akwa akwath.